All right, this is Rudy, and I wanted to capture some thoughts while it's fresh in my mind, and I had time to do so. You guys know that a hard drive was sent down from Alaska. It has over a terabyte of data, and I'm picking apart the timeline of events and exactly Bill Fulton's role in this, and how the evil Department of Justice, who's known for putting aside the truth and going after the conviction, withholding exculpatory evidence, using perjured testimony. They were written about in a book, Joseph W. Bottini, Yvonne Lamoury, and Stephen E. Scrocky, all under the direction of Karen Loeffler. But this timeline of events, there's 3 dates that you really need to keep in mind regarding the testimony of Bill Fulton. 2 dates occurred in June of 2010, would be Pike's Landing event, and then you have the Blondie's incident, and then in February the 5th of 2011, you have the Millennium Hotel event. So those 3 events are critical. Pike's Landing, Blondie's incident, and the Millennium Hotel event. Now, Pike's Landing, Bill Fulton testifies under oath that Schaeffer's men approached him and said they wanted to serve warrants on judges and either fine them or hang them. Okay, that's what Bill Fulton testified to on the Pike's Landing event. Now, that was in June of 2010. Now, Bill Fulton, now that would be devastating, right? To hear Schaeffer Cox talking about wanting to fine judges and hang them. And if that's true, it's like, well, that's not good, right? That would be bad for Schaeffer. And so get this, okay? This is a story that Bill Fulton tells. Bill Fulton says, I recorded that event, and I've got it on recording that Schaeffer approached me and wanted me to serve warrants, and we were either going to fine these judges, we were going to serve warrants on judges, fine these judges, or hang them. It's like, well, let's hear Schaeffer say that. You got it recorded, right? And then what you'll hear in this testimony is Bill Fulton saying, no, I destroyed it. So Bill Fulton claims to have this recorded conversation with Schaeffer Cox saying, I want to serve warrants, fine judges, and hang them and murder them. And then Bill Fulton testifies under oath, well, I had to destroy that recording because the FBI told me to destroy it. What do you think the odds are that the FBI, Department of Justice, has a recording of Schaeffer Cox saying he wants to hang judges, but then they tell their paid government informant, oh, go destroy that recording? That's absurd. Okay? And then that's the Pike's Landing event. Now that all we have knowledge of the Pike's Landing event is what Bill Fulton tells us. And he's lying through his mouth because he's a paid government liar. He's writing a book and he's becoming famous about the takedown of Schaeffer Cox. And everything that we know about Pike's Landing comes from Bill Fulton. We don't have any recording. We don't have any testimony from any other people that I'm aware of what went down at Pike's Landing. I need to investigate that. But Bill Fulton tells the story that Schaeffer Cox wanted to serve warrants, fine judges, and hang them. Okay, and he recorded it, but the FBI told him to destroy the recording, so we don't have that recording. So that's Pike's Landing in June of 2010. The next incident is the Blondie's incident. And we do know a lot about the Blondie's incident because there was a lot of people there. And the Blondie's incident, Bill Fulton puts a knife to Les Zerbe's throat, threatens to slit his throat and let him bleed out at his feet, and he's cussing. And he makes a move on Les Zerbe, and he threatens to kill him. And he tells other people later, I would have killed him. Okay? And it was because Les Zerbe said, we don't have a plan to kill anybody. What are you talking about? Because Bill Fulton wanted Les Zerbe and Schaeffer to say that there was a plan to kill judges. Okay? And when they just outright said there's no plan to do that, Bill Fulton became irate and pulled a knife out and threatened to kill Les Zerbe. Okay? That's what's called the Blondie's incident, which also occurred the day after the Pike's Landing incident, and it also occurred in June of 2010. Now roll the clock up just a little bit further, and you get to February the 5th of 2011, where you have an undercover camera in Bill Fulton's hotel room, and you got Lonnie Vernon, and Gerald J.R. Olson. Now you got 2 government informants and poor old truck driver Lonnie Vernon sitting in a nest of paid government informants. He's just sitting in a big old trap. He don't know any better, and he thinks he's with a couple of good old boys drinking beer. He don't know that he's with a Bill Fulton paid government informant and Hell's Angel con artist Gerald J.R. Olson. And not only that, but the 2 government informants in the hotel room, they don't even know about each other. You got the government just paying everybody to snitch on each other, and even the snitches don't know who all the other snitches are. And in that hotel room, Bill Fulton points at Gerald J.R. Olson and says, you need to remember or remind Schaeffer Cox about when I wanted to kill Les Zerby. In other words, go tell Schaeffer Cox that I wanted to kill Les Zerby and that he needs to come up with a plan. He needs to get his act together. Okay, now that's called the Millennium Hotel event. Now I'm going to play for you testimony from Bill Fulton on trial that occurred on, that trial was on May 31st of 2012, and Bill Fulton testified that Schaeffer wanted to kill judges, and I recorded it, but I just threw away the recording. What do you think the odds are that Bill Fulton just threw away the recording of his own free will? How about he knew that he didn't actually have any recordings at all of Schaeffer saying what he said? See, if they had that recording, Schaeffer could have proved he was innocent, but Bill Fulton said, because I just care about what the FBI wants me to do so much, I just threw away that recording. You got to be kidding me. If you guys believe that, I got a bridge over in Texas I'll sell you. Or Oklahoma, maybe. Okay, anyway, here's the recording. Absolutely absurd what's going on.
Before that event.
Let me stop you there, though, because, so, obviously you didn't know what this was about.
No, not at all.
Okay, so let's stick to what you knew at the time, just for
Okay. Here's a guy saying that he's gotten together with his friends and created these warrants, and he would like us to go arrest some judges and other people that work with the court.
And your response to that was what? Personally?
Personally, I was scared.
You ever hear something like that before?
No, sir.
Was the questions about a plan concerning both those arrest warrants for these judges and what to do with them afterwards, is that part of the equation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we got 2 things going on here then. One is arrest the judges and then what to do with them afterwards?
Yes, sir.
And were you advocating, or you can call it what you wish, pushing to find out information about what's going to happen after they do that?
Yes, sir.
Were you given any details about what was going to happen after they did that?
I was told that they would be tried and fined or hung, sir.
Tried, bound, and hanged?
Tried and either fined, monetary fine, or hung.
Do you have a copy of these warrants?
Which warrant, sir?
The warrants that you said that Mr. Cox had created to serve on these people that you said they were judges?
No, sir.
Did you ever have the copies of those warrants?
No, sir.
And you recorded that meeting and then destroyed that recording?
Yes, sir.
I have no further questions. And you recorded that meeting and then destroyed that recording?
Yes, sir.
I have no further questions. And you recorded that meeting and then destroyed that recording?
Yes, sir.
I have no further questions.